between Doctor Strange, Scarlet Witch, and Wiccan is about to change exactly how magic works within the Marvel Universe. Let's talk about it. Each one of those series I showed y'all is not only going to be touching on, but changing a pivotal aspect of magic within the entirety of Marvel's cosmos. The easiest one to explain at the start would be Wanda's Sorcerer Supreme series. In my opinion, Wanda is going to free the Sorcerer Supreme. What do I mean by that? Well, Wanda's entire character is unbound, being unchained, truly free, chaos personified. The title of Sorcerer Supreme, however, is a complete opposite of that. Completely bound by order, specifically bound by Ashanti. Every Sorcerer Supreme on Earth, practically every Sorcerer Supreme in the cosmos, is bound to their rule. And we see this most evidently, recently at least, in the One World Under Doom series. Doom, who is a master class of all of Earth's magics. When it came to confronting the Ashanti directly, he learns that there are different magics out there. Different magics that they will never share with the Sorcerer Supreme. This is showcased directly in Doctor Strange's second most current series. When it came to the manifestation of General Strange, it was after a 5,000-year war where Doctor Strange gained enough experience and knowledge about magic where he threatened the rule of the Ashanti themselves. Because of that, they bound this version of Doctor Strange, uttering to never let him free, telling them they lose their control over what they have of magic. General Strange could have done is what Scarlet Witch is going to do is again free the binds of the title of Sorcerer Supreme, allowing them access to magics that the Ashanti would never originally allow them to. Remember, in Doctor Strange of Asgard, Strange told us that all the magics on Earth only accumulate to about 8% of it. At least the knowledge that a Sorcerer Supreme would know. The Witch showed us that characters like Shumagorath aren't the only great old ones out there that have their very own unique lines of magic that a Sorcerer Supreme would have never interacted with. Entities who would have interacted with it would have been the Ashanti. Oster's whole goal was going into the farthest depths of the cosmos to learn these exact magics. This is how she met Hoggoth, who is a great old one himself, and she managed to make a bond in order to form a part of the Ashanti. Agamotto is Oster's very seed, born from the tears she shed from humanity's first upheaval. These three together govern all magic across the multiverse, yet don't allow any of their top echelon to truly experience it. Over the Wiccan, the Witch's Road next, because he is the soon-to-be Demiurge. Told to us verbatim that within this series, Wiccan is about to change the very fabric of magic across all the Marvel Universe. Going into other content creators' videos quite recently like Millie, Beta Ray Trey, etc., they made the notion that the next cosmos is going to be something going beyond. Wiccan is going to be the catalyst of that. As a soon-to-be Demiurge, his goal for magic is to push it to the next level beyond. It's told to us that around the issue 3 of this series that Wiccan is already going to be making such a jumbled mess in terms of the fabric of magic that the Avengers are going to be sent into it to try to figure out what's going on. And the two main characters that are going to be a part of it is Wanda and Storm. Storm is a very pivotal factor in the Marvel's cosmos of everything, because as her most recent series has been trying to portray to us, her ancestry is some of the most potent when it comes to directly linking to someone like Agamotto himself. So much so that when it comes to mystical entities hunting down potential magic users like Egon, I keep messing that name up. I know someone put it in my comments before. I'm sorry. Storm is one of the main catalysts they are hunting for because of that magical potential. The fact that she's going to be having a major aspect in it because how important Wiccan is to it is already speaking so much in terms of how much he's going to be jumbling things up. It's a Doctor Strange, who is the Sorcerer Supreme practically to not just Asgard, but the 10 realms themselves. So all the rules of magic that we do not know of as in-depthly as we should, like Heaven, Elfheim, Jotunheim, etc., we're going to be getting super deep dives into. Not just that, when it comes to Yggdrasil itself, the foundation of all the magical energy that comes to that Doctor Strange is the catalyst to help pushing that forward beyond what it currently is. In this Doctor Strange series, the main two things that are starting off with is Alfheim and a Source Supreme of Alfheim, I'm calling him that's trying to destroy all the other realms connected to Yggdrasil. And then one of the main ones that are affected is Heaven, and that's where Angela comes in, a character and realm we never really get in depth on. So understanding how Yahweh is going to tie into it, this is going to tie into the Ghost Riders and how their powers interact with them. There's so much lore that's going to be coming from this Doctor Strange series. But there's another fact I want to touch on. Doctor Strange, Scarlet Witch, and Wiccan have all interacted with one entity who's very important. Learn of his importance in Defenders issue number 3. Rhydon, the Source Supreme of the 5th cosmos, not just a specific realm, the entirety of eternity in that personification. He breaks down the foundation of magic to its symbolism to us. And remember, each one of those entities I meant fought him at one point in time. Not just interacting with them, bested them thanks to their classifications of magic. Starting with Doctor Strange, he might not be the most potent sorcerer out there, but when it comes to understanding the intricacies, the links, and the symbolism to it all, there's no one better than Doctor Strange. So much so that Miraidon himself fell victim to Strange's experience and knowledge. Doctor Strange might lack the natural magical strength to do it. Someone like Scarlet Witch does have it. When it came to Miraidon, he not only tried to fight Wanda, he tried to take over her body as a physical host. And not only did she able to resist his mystical pull in terms of possession, she was able to banish him into a realm of an entity stronger than himself, like lore. Though I don't think this interacts with Wiccan specifically in main timeline, every future timeline of the Demiurge is a little connected. That being said, Wiccan himself had a challenge against Miraidon where he specifically was trying to force the Demiurge out of Wiccan. That forceful nature in terms of his hidden potential just allowed Wiccan in order to be able to harness it in a more controlled state. He too was able to break the possession of Miraidon, overpowering his very will. Each one of those magicians bested the Source Supreme who understands the fundamentals of all magic. From the source itself, from the very cosmos the concept was bred from. That shows you just how much of a pillar those three are when it comes to all magic in Marvel. Comes to the experience, when it comes to the knowledge, no one understands magic, the entities, like Doctor Strange does. When it comes to the physical oomph of it all, when it comes to the representation of freedom that magic is supposed to be, no other magic user represents it better than Wanda. When it comes to the creation, evolution, new things, when it comes to magic, there's no other better representation than the Demiurge to be in Wiccan. You have to keep in mind, I highly suggest reading each and every one of these series because they're going to be some of the most pivotal when it comes to the changes in Marvel.